Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with another top 10 Minecraft mods for 1.20.1, which is still probably the most relevant modding version for Minecraft at the moment, and this time for September of 2025. Remember, all the links will be in the description, and anyway, let's go ahead and check out the mods. Alright, so the first mod I'll be showing you all today is ATI Structures, and this mod adds a pretty large variety of new structures to your world, which are mainly fantasy and medieval themed, and these builds can get pretty large. Some of them will take quite a while to explore, and honestly what probably sticks out most to me with this mod is just how good the builds look. They're very pleasant to look at. You honestly might be tempted to just take one and live in it. Next up, we have a mod called Entity Detectors, and what this mod does is allows you to detect entities, and once detected, apply a redstone signal. And this, as you can probably imagine, has a very wide variety of potential applications. For example, setting up redstone contraptions that you don't need to activate by hand. You can toggle the distance at which these will, detect stuff, and you can also set it so they only detect specific mobs, or just, mobs in general. So again, there's a lot of potential uses here. Now, for our next mod, I have a really cool mod to show you called Track Work. And this is a combination of several mods. First, it takes in Create, which has some awesome contraptions you can put together, along with Valkyrie and Skies 2, which allows you to apply physics to a collection of blocks, essentially creating a vehicle of some sort. And finally, Track Work, which will allow you to place wheels and tank treads onto these vehicles. And these actually work very well. Again, thanks to Valkyrie and Skies 2, you've got physics involved with these vehicles, so they don't just lurch up the blocks, they'll actually climb them. The wheels and treads have suspension, which can be adjusted, and the amount of control you're gonna have over your vehicle pretty much comes down to how much work you put into it. I gave my vehicle some pretty rudimentary steering, literally just controlled it with some levers. I'm sure it could be done better though. Overall, it's just a ton of fun to mess around with. After that, we have a mod that surprised me just a little bit, and this is the mod titled Mugging Villagers, which allows you to do exactly that. You'll acquire a gun, and when you aim it at them, they will shake in fear and eventually drop their stuff and get out of there. You do have to be careful, however. The Iron Golem will not appreciate this, and wandering traders will not be afraid to give you the same treatment. Moving on, we'll be taking a look at the mod Amendments. And what this mod's gonna do for you is improve a variety of vanilla blocks. For example, cauldrons are far more useful. You can mix potions in them, fill them up with a dye and dye an item directly, and a bunch of other features. The cauldrons are kinda stacked. Lanterns can be hung on walls and will actually swing if you run into them. Jukeboxes have a new model and will actually show the disc playing. Carpets can be placed on slabs and stairs, and quite a few other really nice features. And you can see a full list of these features if you'd like on the mod page. Now, the next mod I'll be showing you all is maybe one of the most comprehensive survival mods I've ever seen, and this is Legendary Survival Overhaul. For starters, you're gonna have to worry about your temperature, and this is gonna be affected by a lot of variables. The mod also has a built-in thirst system, so you're gonna have to keep track of your hydration levels, and the mod also has a pretty accurate localized body damage system, so rather than just taking damage to you're gonna take damage to specific parts of your body. Now, if you say take a big fall, you're not gonna be walking quite right. So yeah, it's a pretty comprehensive survival mod. It's gonna change how you play the game pretty significantly. Anyway, next up we've got Better Combat Extension. And this is an extension for the Better Combat mod, as the name implies, that adds a bunch of new features that can really help you customize it if you don't quite like how it plays by default. For example, you can make it so your movement is locked while attacking, prevent jumping during attacks, and the mod also provides some new features such as the ability to feint attacks. So if you've tried Better Combat before and kind of just decided that the mod wasn't for you, maybe this mod will help change your mind. After that, we'll be taking a look at the mod More Critters. And this mod adds a bunch of new creatures to the game. Right now, there's 16, and each of them are pretty unique. And this mod really reminds me of Alex's mobs. For starters, it has the little guidebook that kind of tells you about all of the creatures. And the mobs don't feel like they're just taking space. They don't roam around aimlessly. They usually have a unique behavior. They might have a special item drop. And I just really appreciate when creature mods do this, It's great when a mob isn't just entirely pointless. Approaching the end, we have legendary creatures, and this mod fills a fairly different niche compared to More Critters, and that pretty much everything in this mod wants you to die. You'll run into these guys in a variety of different areas for a variety of different reasons, and they're usually going to be, just a little bit hostile. And these mobs are well made, they look cool, you're probably going to hate them when they kill you, and they might even scare you a little bit. And finally, the last mod I'll be showing you all today is a mod that ended up being a lot cooler than I expected, and this is Desert Behemoth's Sandworms. When I encountered this mod page, I kind of assumed it was going to be extremely janky and silly, but the giant Dune-inspired sandworms within this mod are actually incredibly well made. These guys will either appear if you're being all clumsy in the desert, or if you summon them with a thumper, and they are a spectacle when they do. The worms are absolutely massive and will continually pursue you by jumping out of the sand over and over, and they're so cool to look at because their bodies are a bunch of tiny segments connected to one another, so they can actually move throughout the sand in a fairly believable manner. The mod is just downright awesome. awesome, and it's fairly likely that it'll appear in my videos in the future. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Remember, you can download everything you've seen in the description, and let me know what you thought about all these mods. And anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.